Welcome to Foundation Friday. The dedication and covenant of silent unity was signed on December 7th, 1892 by Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, founders of the Unity movement. It is unlikely when they signed this covenant that they had any idea how far-reaching unity would be as it evolved into the church we know and love today. We invite you to join us as we explore and share some of the original ideas, teachings, and writings of the men and women who created the foundation of the Unity Church.
Hi there. Thank you for joining us today for our Foundation Friday program. Today, we are going to take a look at unity and what the beliefs and practices are. If you are attending unity churches, you might notice that they seem to be different from one to the other, and it may leave you wondering what exactly are their beliefs, our beliefs. So I found this article. It's available in full to you at truthunity.net. I'm just going to read the part that I think really applies. So here goes. But before I get started, if this reading brings you more questions or comments or confuses you, please let us know in the comments, and we will be so happy to clear up anything we can, answer any questions, do the research however we can serve. Okay, here goes. The following sampling of unity beliefs is by no means all-inclusive, but it provides a brief overview of some of the generally accepted philosophies of the organization. God is spirit. Rather than view God as a personal creator, unity sees God as mind or spirit. Unity believes that God meets people at their level of spiritual consciousness and therefore appears differently to different people. God, being infinite, can be related to in an infinite number of ways, explained Albuquerque's Barretta in connection with the view that God is omnipotent spirit. Unity does not believe that anything opposed to God, evil, as it is called in scriptures, is enduring. Unity concedes the existence of what society calls evil, but denies that it is the creation of spirit. Evil results from humankind's misuse of the laws. Everything is in divine order. This is next belief. According to unity philosophy, everything happens for a reason. As explained by Rickett Fillmore, one of the sons of unity co-founders Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, this includes hardship and pain, which are necessary to learn the lessons which the soul must learn. This does not mean, however, that a person should be content with hardship. Rather, the philosophy encourages people to work through hard times in life with the attitude that they are necessary for their spiritual progress. Living by this unity philosophy does not stop our problems, but gives us more spiritually aligned consciousness from which we can more creatively deal with those problems. Next belief: no alienation between God and man. Throughout the ages, religions have created a false duality between God and man. Jesus came to dispel that belief, as shown in John 10:30. I and the Father are one. Unity, therefore, promotes the development of a personal relationship with God to overcome that duality. While the Christian ideal has been centered around the concept of the worship of God, which usually means bowing before an altar, a statue, or a church official, unity is concerned more with finding a consciousness of oneness with God and then seeking to express God in thought, word, and act. That was written by Eric Butterworth in 1965. Christ within. Humans, the next belief, Christ within. Humans have within themselves a spark of the divine, which could be called the Christ consciousness. Jesus represented the highest development of Christ consciousness, which is oneness with God. Charles Fillmore wrote, "In the person of Jesus of Nazareth, it is manifest in the person of Jesus of Nazareth is manifested the highest state of consciousness. His superconsciousness was his real self, and through it, he was able to redeem his body. In like manner, we'll learn the process. We can transform and redeem our bodies and take on Christ consciousness." Next belief, prayer. Prayer is the primary method of communication with God and is answered according to Jesus' words in Matthew 21:22. Whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith. Unity teaches that prayer should not be for a specific result, a successful business deal, for example, as much as it should be for divine guidance and divine good to come upon a situation. Barrett prompts his congregation not to limit God in how he will answer prayer. Even if you're praying for the health of someone, always pray for their divine good and trust that God will know what that is. Next one, law of mind action. As often repeated phrase in unity is thoughts held in mind produce in kind. This law of mind action refers to the idea that positive thoughts attract positive results and negative thoughts lead to negative results. This law is a central belief which forms the basis of unity's attitudes about health, prosperity, and success. So the next one, of course, is health. Inspired by the scripture Romans 12:2, be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Unity believes that disease has no place in life as a permanent reality. Perfect health is inherent in divine mind. The Christ in you is the hope of healing. Positive affirmations, as well as denials of illusions such as disease and fear, are used to attain health and other goals. Unity separates the fact of illness from the truth of health. In other words, although disease seems to be a reality, it has no place in the divine reality. Unity as an organization has no conflict with doctors or science. Unity heals by the unequivocal belief that health is our heritage and nature is remedial, that healing hands are found in many forms, medical and non-medical, that the mind is therapeutic, and that the God spirit in man is a perfect spirit. That's a quote from Bach written in 1982. Prosperity, another unity belief. Unity operates under the notion that God's resources are unlimited, abundant, and free. The notion of prosperity is depicted well in the Fillmore's dedication and covenant, in which they dedicate their lives to God with the expectation that their needs will be met. And the last one that we have in this article is practical Christianity. Unity defines practical Christianity as the ability to strike a balance between the physical and the spiritual. Butterworth explains practicality as the actual practice of Jesus's teaching on a 7-day-a-week basis. Many people who follow the unity philosophy do so because they found they can apply it to their everyday lives. I use it every single day of my life, minute to minute. Okay, I hope that cleared up some questions you may have had. And like I said, if not, please leave them in the comments. And again, this entire article is available to you for free at truthunity.net. Hey there, before we go, I want you to know you matter. You are sacred, and you are so, so very loved. Namaste.
Thank you for joining us, and let's stay connected and grow in spirit. We are on Facebook. Search for Unity Church of El Cajon and follow us and like our posts. You can reach us on YouTube at Unity Church of El Cajon. Please subscribe to our channel, watch our videos, and leave comments which can help us improve. We are on the web at unityofelcajon.org. Email or call our church office to receive our weekly newsletters, which lists all of our activities and opportunities to learn and grow together.